Hello world, it's Kay and Lee with the Fictionistas. It's so good to be back. I have missed you all. If you haven't heard, I had my baby, the infamous baby that I've been talking about for a few weeks now. Well, more than a few weeks. But he's here, and he's healthy, and he's happy, and he's taking a nap. So, I have an opportunity to catch up on the topics I've missed. Let's see, I have missed let's talk about sex. Sex in our books. So in my book, The Chronicles of Koa, there isn't much sex. There isn't much romance. There's an underlying romance between her and two of the characters, but there isn't an overabundance of mushy moments. It's kind of more filled with more action and suspense. But speaking of the sexual content, there is a scene in the first book that made me kind of nervous about others reading it. It's a scene that totally came out of nowhere because it's so unlike me, but when I'm writing, my characters take over. And in this particular scene, Koa took over and kissed a girl. And I was really nervous about that, but I'm like, it's kind of her persuasion, her magic. She kind of can just tempt anyone. And in the scene, she finds this girl and kisses her and claims her as her new pet. So there is that, which made me nervous, but no one really said anything to it about me or didn't really bother anyone. It's not a big deal, really. It's actually a really good scene. So there's that. In the second book, there is a mild scene with Koa in the Dark Prophet book, but I don't really focus on any of the gritty details in depth. But then again, I do have my first novella that came out called Liquid Lust, and it's part of a series called The Club, where each month a different author in this group puts out a book, and mine came out in January, February, March. It was either March or April, and there is a scene in there which made me so nervous, but the book is just so full of love and emotion and so many other things that the sex scene just kind of brought it all together. It's a good scene. So there is, that's my take on sex in literature. I don't mind it. I actually used to read my grandmother's books when I was really, really young, and they were Harlequin romances, but all I saw were princesses and knights and pirates on the covers, and that had me super interested. So all the sex scenes, I didn't understand them, obviously, so I kind of just glossed over them and tried to get back to the action. So yeah, the sex scenes don't bother me. I've been reading Anne Rice since I was very young as well. And if you don't know, Anne Rice includes a lot of sexual content in her books, especially the Beauty series, which I found when I was in high school and totally had no clue that it was pretty much all erotica. So there's that. Another topic that I missed is profanity. I don't use much profanity in my books because I do not curse. If anyone knows me, they know that it is incredibly hard for me to say a curse word. You have to beg me and I still won't do it. But when I'm writing from a point of view of a character, if they have a curse word in them, I'll put it in the book. And Koa says a few words, but it's not a big deal. They're not a lot, and they're not, not the really bad ones. So that's my take on profanity in writing. I don't use it. I tried to actually find my own profanity words, my own curse words in the Rise of the Flame book, since it's set in ancient times where they wouldn't use the terms that we use in modern day. Because in the Seeker books by Terry Goodkin, he makes up his own curse words, and they're perfect. But I cannot do that, so I just skipped it. My characters don't curse at all in Rise of the Flame. So yeah, that's all
look
for
forward
me
to my
today.
next video.
Because I'll be showing you my sweet baby and talking about, let's see, what's next for us? Procrastination. Oh wow. I'll see you next week. Bye.